It's live. It's going live faster these days.
Yeah, I see it is live.
It's probably the internet connection. Lab Coat Agents, welcome back to another episode of Viral Video with myself, Jeff Fitzer, and my co-host,
Noelle Nielsen.
That's right. That's right. And we are extremely excited today as we enter the holiday season, or we've full on entered the holiday season, to bring our good friends, Mr. Rett Harmon, the elf on the shelf, and his main man, the content creator, James Schiller. Guys, welcome to the show, my friends.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Happy holidays to you all.
Welcome to be here.
Thank you for making time out of your busy schedules, Mr. Elf and Mr. Elf.
We gotta make the rounds for Santa Claus, and have a good time with it, and also sell some real estate in the meantime. So, we make it all work. It's a good time. We're actually 5 o'clock here, so we're good. We're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
In Georgia.
So what we've been seeing that you guys have been kind of making some moves around your town, and that was why we wanted to bring you guys on today to talk about what the heck you're doing. So, Rett, what are you guys doing?
Mostly just having fun. So, I kind of approach marketing and videos like, does it entertain me first? And if it does, then I'll usually go forward with it, So sometimes it works for everyone else. And James and I have had a lot of fun over the years, and a lot of content. So back up a little bit, we're 5 years in the making, I guess, working together. He's been my video content creator and kind of coming up with all kinds of stuff. So this is actually a little marketing plan we're doing for my sales team. I sell real estate every day, and like you guys do, and try to make sure that we can stay top of mind, which we're an attention business. So we decided, let's do Elf on the Shelf this year for our theme for marketing end of the year, because a lot of times people want to slow down end of the year. We found last year that we really ramped up at that time, and we had the best first quarter ever. And it had a lot to do with just having fun and really staying top of mind in a fun way, in a positive way. And the whole thing, show us your pickle with the little Christmas pickle ornaments we sent out. And this year it is show us your elf. So a lot of you guys that have the elf that come visit your house, you have clients come visit the elf at your house. So we're trying to do a little engagement to get them to use that hashtag and post what their elf did last night and all the mischief that they got into. And we've been causing some mischief of our own, and that's where with that. This one's a little bit different this year. James was actually part of the whole plan, so he was actually one of the elves as well. We had a good friend of ours, Scott Beecher Photography, came out. He did a little bit of video and a lot of the still photography stuff that we did to kind of help document. So we want to have enough content put out from when the elves show up right after Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas Eve when they go back to Santa Claus. So, that's a little part of it, and just having little pranks and fun things. We did a big push last night with the Christmas parade. Was a lot of fun, and I used to give out. I saved one, the little candy canes. We gave out about 2,500 of these, and I'll kind of put up here with the camera. But basically, we used a hashtag on there that we wanted to use, and basically it said on the front of the card, follow us on social to see all of our shenanigans. So we're always doing something fun. No real call to action other than follow the hashtag and win some prizes. We did a prize giveaway earlier. I got a chance to chug maple syrup, which was not something I'd recommend doing again. It was terrible, but it was a lot of fun. Live video. Actually, they made me do it twice. So we had to do live video and then the giveaway. So, but anyway, we're just kind of having fun, staying in the moment, and kind of running with a theme. So that's pretty much it.
So let me backtrack here for a second. We dove right into the content, and let me tell our audience that if you don't know Rett and James, so they're based out of Carrollton, Georgia, which is a nice little quaint town about an hour west of Atlanta. I've been there. Yeah, that's right. Cool place.
That's right.
And they have created like a persona in their town. Like they are the mayor of that town, and Rett has done it pretty much through video with James' assistance, and it's really, really impressive. And the reason why we wanted to bring him on, and this was Noelle's idea, was because of what he's doing right now. But Rett, maybe you or James could tell us a little bit about some of the things you have done in the past, which kind of puts you in this light, and then let's get deeper on like what agents could be doing this time of year, and maybe start with the pickle idea from last year, because that was really funny.
Yeah, so that was funny for sure. But it's all about trying to stay top of mind with clients and figuring out a way to stay you know, look, there's all kinds of different ways to market and stay in front of people. Believe it or not, direct mail of sending those Christmas pickles out was probably one of the most effective things we've done about staying in contact with our sphere of past clients. And it was a really fun thing. And then Noelle got hers. I won't say this, and I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but like we put this thing together, and I put things together in my head. James will tell you, like I come up with these ideas that seem so simple, complicated as hell to put together and make them work. So I thought that these pickles were styrofoam, that hey, we could just mail them with a regular stamp. No, it was basically like minimal freight, which is about $4 a piece to mail it, something like that. So I got half of them kind of mailed forever at the post office. People how many were hating what was going on, but got them sent out. And Noelle wasn't the first batch of the out-of-town people to get one. And I was really doubting, like, if I made a huge mistake, because my postage went up by like $3,000 from what I thought it was going to be from sending these out. And I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and send them out. And I didn't know what to think about over the weekend, maybe deliver some of the local ones. And I was really having some doubt, like, this sounds like a good idea, but maybe, maybe it isn't. And she sent me a video immediately, like response to it. And I realized, you know what? If it impressed Noelle, this may be on to something because it was a lot of fun.
Guess what? It was the first ornament I pulled out of the box this year. And so it has a residual effect because I thought about you again this year when I pulled the pickle out.
Love it. Thank you. That's really
Nice.
It's a genius.
Very cool. And what we did last year is we sent these, we went to the Dollar Tree or whatever it was, dollar store and bought 500 or so of these and sent them out. And use the hashtag show us your pickle, hang the ornament on the tree, take a picture of you and your family with the Christmas tree and everything. And we would give away a Red Ryder BB gun, which actually we're going to give away another one this year because that was a big hit. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of participation happened with that. And it connected us back with people we hadn't talked to in a while. It gave us a reason to stay in front of folks. So really, really neat little thing. This year, one of our staff, Karen, and one of our good friends, Melanie, came up with the idea about, we should do like real life Elf on the Shelf as our team. So that's what we did. And actually last night at parade, we had 11 elves, which was kind of neat to walk around the parade along with our brokerage and everything else. But so we just have a good time. James, I'll let you kind of take over, tell them about some of the stuff we've done and how we got to where we are.
Before you talk, James, let me do a little.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Since I know you guys pretty well, and Noelle and I talk about this all the time about hiring your own videographer and stuff. And Rett does a little bit differently with James. James has his own company, and he's kind of like on retainer, which is another idea, by the way, for all of you out there who want to up your game but don't want to pay for somebody full time.
Right.
So James, with all of that said, kind of introduce yourself and kind of what you do and how you do it and how you guys are connected.
Well, yes, the content creator, and I. It's funny because Rett and you and I, we talked about this too, right? The difference between a videographer and a content creator. So, I call myself a content creator, and Rett and I linked up about 5 years ago. And one of the cool things about Rett was he thinks outside of the box, and I love that. I really love it because the things that I want to create and I want to do, most people are not. They don't really feel it, They're looking at me kind of weird. And so when Rett came along and we began talking and doing the things that we were doing, it was great. The funny thing is when he did the pickle thing, I knew it was a hit when my wife looked at it. She was like, what in the world is this? And she paused for a few seconds and she just kind of let it go, knowing, yep, this is something with Rett and James. You know what? Leave it alone, forget it. But it's cool because every time I went around to different places within the town, they talked about the video. And that's how I knew for sure that we were definitely on to something. Now, this Elf on the Shelf or Show Me Your Elf was a whole left field thing that came up from Rett's mind. At first, I got to admit, I was like, what do you mean? Because if you see me, I'm 6'3". Right. So to dress up like an elf, that was quite a scene. And so everywhere we went, we had fun, but all eyes were on us for sure. That's for sure. And without going too far into it, we'll see how far this goes, and we'll talk about some of the clips that we captured in the pictures as well.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about that. So, like Rett, you guys did one at Chick-fil-A the other day. So talk about
that was an after effect kind of thing. So we got together. The original plan was to get together like the day before Halloween.
Yeah,
always got together. It poured down rain that day. It was really a horrible day to shoot video. But we went out and we made a commitment, we're gonna make it happen. And we went to different businesses and filmed a lot of the content, pictures, short video clips. And we want to have everything ready to go so that when it was time to release it, everything was done. It was just a matter of putting it together. Yeah. Then we realized we got a little more mileage than we thought we would. We did a lot of stuff with video for Shot with a Cop, which is coming up next week. We'll participate with again. And we ended up like having a video where we all got arrested that's coming up soon, and we got a video that actually ended up in court. Got a judge to kind of work through that, and there's going to be a jail scene, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff. So we're all, hey, let's see where we can go with the initiative thing. So give you guys a little sneak peek in what's happening coming up. So you want to follow along to see what we're doing. But what we ended up running with is they kind of reached out to some other business owners. Hey, let's talk to them at Chick-fil-A, and let's get in there after hours and see if we can actually make this work. He was set up with his managers. So we got in there after hours, a few of us, and toilet paper, and then they incorporated the cow chasing us out. Got huge. They paid for boosting this, and they did it on their channel. But they used our hashtag. They tagged us in it, and it was kind of, hey, who do you think this is? And it was a lot of fun with it. So.
Yeah,
that's brilliant, man. That's brilliant. Think about it. They got somebody, and that Chick-fil-A, by the way, has a big following.
Yes.
And so they're basically promoting you because you were promoting them. I mean, it's.
Yep. It worked out win-win for everybody. And then we're like tagging, oh, that's Rett. That's got to be, I know who those else are. It was pretty cool. Who else is going to dress up like this?
and here's the funny thing. Chick-fil-A actually hit me up. They sent me a message that said, what do you know about this?
Yeah. James wasn't available that night, so
I wasn't even there that night.
Scott helped us out with the video stuff and kind of put it together, as well as one of the managers. They got a ladder, got the angle of like the security camera and stuff, and sped up the footage and made it really look like it was security footage. So it was a lot of fun.
I thought it was actually.
We have so many good side clips, everything we did. That I hope people don't get sick of this before we get a chance to share all the good stuff.
So, Rett, before you guys started doing this, did you kind of calendar out the plan for the holiday season and like where you were going to go and what you were going to do, and then get it on all the agents' calendars? Because I know for my group, when we've done things in the past, that's one of the hardest things, especially at this time of the year, is to get all of my agents on schedule and to get us all coordinated at the same time ahead of time. So I kind of want to hear about the planning that went into that.
Sure. Well, and like I said, this is for my sales team, which is Retro Group. So not just the whole brokerage we're doing this particular plan for. So it really was very, very hard to find out one day that every one of the agents and all the staff could be available as part of my team to be able to do this, along with James and with Scott, the other guy that does some videos and photos with us. So we had a one-day plan, and it poured rain the whole day. So we had not a lot of choice to make that work. That's really been the only time that we've all gotten together as this band of elves. Even at the parade last night, we had one that just couldn't make it for other reasons, had a closing or something came up. So it's very, very challenging to make that happen. But it was also the time that we always get together for our Christmas card, which kind of goes along with the whole theme and everything we're doing. So had everybody together for that. So I had to make that work as well as everything else. So, but planning was huge. That's something I know you're big on, and I was trying to really take the time, put thought into it. That's why having James as being a part of the whole process, even the photo shoot stuff, which is, there was probably some downtime for him with part of it, but his mind's always going. He was kind of, no, we can do this, behind the scenes, we can do here. And when we put out earlier today with crushing some or dropping and breaking some granite from a granite countertop place, and he had the little side video behind the scenes, what was going on was really cool. So it's neat seeing how all this comes together, but having that schedule put together was important. And then we just want to have enough content that we could then build a storyboard, which I've got up on my wall in my office. I actually went and printed physical pictures. So it's so many of what we did to kind of have a picture image to know, like, this is kind of the story of what we're doing, how we're getting there. So kind of neat.
Yeah. And then if I may say, Rett's, the sales team, Retro Group, they truly work together as a team. I mean, to see the way that they all came together, and Karen and the rest of them just putting it all together and then making the costumes, it was just beautiful. It worked.
The buy-in's amazing. I mean, they helped make the costumes, and they cut all this stuff out. I mean, they found on Amazon and found the red onesie. I'm wearing a red onesie right here. I mean, it's all one piece.
Oh, it's hilarious, man.
that's kind of one of the things that I talk about too with doing group videos, how great that is for just culture and collaborating around the office and gaining that bond with each other. Doing videos together is one of the best ways to do that. And I think you guys have absolutely done an awesome job of that over the last 2 years as I've kind of watched you grow into this. And this is just such a fun idea. Plus, with the elf on the shelf, I mean, you can go on Pinterest and find all of these crazy elf ideas that can probably give you inspiration for what you guys are doing.
Yep, absolutely.
You're right.
It's been a lot of fun. A lot of them, it's funny the ones you find that you can't do.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what you said, Noelle, too, though, is what you have to remember is the more people you tie into your video, the larger the audiences you're touching, because every one of those people is bought in. So not only they're, you tagging them, but they're probably going to share it more likely than if they weren't in it. And it's just going to get more buy-in. Their friends and family are going to buy into it. So it's really a simple yet brilliant concept. Tie your people in because it's strong for culture. It's also strong for the brand.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It's almost like somebody referred to it as bring your whole team out for like a flash mob. And I never really thought about it like that. But the day before Halloween, we're walking around in the rain. We all ate lunch together, everything like that, going to the different places, getting the videos we were doing. And, people were tagging us. They'd see us like walking. They were stopping their cars and taking pictures.
Yeah.
Anything about it at all until after Thanksgiving. But we had immediate post about it, people tagging us. And I saw them, what is this all about? This doesn't make, a couple people were giving us kind of criticism. Well, it's not even, Halloween yet. People are celebrating Christmas. And then they realized that we're doing for after Thanksgiving, but it takes a while to put it all together when you have a plan that makes sense. So, but yeah, it was really neat kind of getting that little precursor to it. And then more people were already kind of waiting for it to come out. So the anticipation built up behind it was really neat because of the pre-planning that went into all this stuff. So thank you, Noelle, for inspiring us to actually think before we do something.
I think it's important to point out too, though. Remember, I heard what you said. You guys started planning this right after Halloween.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I also want to say it's not too late to create holidays content. But at the same token, if you're going to do something big like this, you've got to prepare. We talk about this all the time about scripting and being prepared and storyboarding. And this is obviously a big endeavor. You couldn't have just started this on November 28th.
We actually started planning this, especially get everybody on the same schedule. We started planning this in August because we knew we had to order the stuff. We had to get the costumes made. We had to find out what sizes, what was actually going to work for the costumes, especially for the ladies. And, how are they going to make it all come together? And I thought were even more impressive than any of them. Kieran had the little Cricut machine and printed out the actual snowflake and had it pressed on the white skirts that they wore, and really put a lot of thought and effort into what was there with the costumes. Make sure everybody had the right sizes and all that good stuff. So that really, when it came around to the day before Halloween, it was pretty much done at that point as far as what we were really going to do. We just realized that we could get some extra mileage out of it because of the way it's all taken place. And now we kind of can make it what's happening online through the video and the pictures and the posts, we can bring to real life. We have one local business that asked us a couple of the elves to come promote their Elf on the Shelf little dolls and little clothes that they wear as like a sales thing. They did that kind of before everything happens. And that's because they saw us out in public and they asked us to do that. So several others have kind of happened. We've had more and more people. What the school asked us, the principal sent me a message. We need the elves to show up at school one day. So that's going to happen next week. James doesn't even know it yet. So
it's all right.
Always having fun with it.
Yeah. Now, I will say this, though, that, Jeff, the culture within the sales team, it's so nice, man, because, everyone felt like a family. The culture was nice. The vibe was nice. I was included in everything from beginning to end. And that means a lot because sometimes, people are hire, we're going to say videographer on this one, a videographer, and they get treated just as a videographer. We need you when we need you, and then that's it. They included me in everything. And that was really cool because when you see us laughing and we're walking around, it's all genuine. Nothing is made up at all. We are genuinely having fun as a unit, as like a family, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. And whenever I hired my videographer, and I know, Noelle, you kind of feel the same way, is one of the things I told him was, you need to learn to get inside my head. Like, you need to think like me. So we better become pretty close, because if we don't become close, you won't be able to just put out the content of what I'm thinking and then bring it to life. And that's where our content creators and videographers really make us shine.
Yeah.
Totally.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the cardboard cutouts of yourself right behind you.
I'm just that conceited. I need to have two of myself. The same thing with me.
Dude, I would say that's how I remember first following you, was when I saw that cardboard cutout. I think it was on Lab Coats. I don't know where it was. It was somewhere. And tell the audience, so that they don't know you, a little bit about that.
Well, some of you guys that know me or maybe have seen me and didn't know who I was, I usually wear a ridiculous suit most of the time when I'm in public, especially at a real estate event or something. So I'm pretty normal right now, honestly. So compared to some of the stuff, Noelle, don't let me forget to show you the suit I've got for tomorrow. You're going to like this one. Anyway, so the one over here, that was the first one you can't really see in there. We had a party where you dress up all white for Century 21 2 years ago down in Orlando, and it was when the new logo had just come out. So we were a little bit late getting hold of it, but corporate was allowing us to do this, to have this suit made so that we could have it at this party at the release of the new logo and that kind of stuff. Well, got a little bit behind. I had to have an order of about 20 suits to be able to get the first order to work out through the company I was going through. So long story short, couldn't make it happen. So they said, look, we'll send you a cardboard cutout so you can still get the people to sign up and order the ones that backed out because they didn't need it for after the party or whatever. And so, all right, great, I'll take it and use it at the event and get people to buy enough so I don't have to buy all the suits myself. We get there, new logo, they're changing all the branding. Wouldn't let us put the cardboard cutout anymore. Let me back up a little bit. I was joking when I said, well, why don't you put my face on the cardboard cutout? And I really didn't think a whole lot about it. So when they shipped it to me, they really did put my face on the cardboard cutout. It was a different model, so it's about 4 or 5 inches taller than me. They put that suit on whatever it was and sent it to me. Well, I didn't really know what to do with it. Couldn't put it anywhere. James and I were about to go to this party at the very end of our event. Probably 4,000 people there. And so James is walking. He's wearing a white suit. I had a different white suit on that we kind of made it work out. And I was carrying this underneath my arm. The white sunglasses, you guys see me wear these a good bit, and hat backwards. And we got stopped. I bet we took, 1,000, 1,500 pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let James take over from here as far as that goes.
Yeah, because so Red says, all right, you know what? I'm just going to carry it. I said, all right, fine, and I'll record you. And I literally filmed him the entire way. And people that were walking down the hallways literally would stop and just looked at us like, what in the world are these guys doing? And when we got to the party, let me tell you, Rhett literally stood the flat Rhett right next to him and just stood there. And people just came in droves. And they were giving me the camera to take pictures of Rhett. Then after a while, it turned into I was Rhett's bodyguard. And all night long, this flat Rhett was just, everyone was taking pictures with him to the point where he made it onto the stage. Not Rhett, but flat Rhett.
Yeah. Even after it's over with, it was exhausting. Set it in the lobby bar.
Yeah.
People were still going up taking pictures with it and standing around talking or whatever. It was really kind of comical to watch it unfold. I really never would have dreamed. I thought people would have thought it was stupid, and I almost didn't take it. I was really just going to throw this thing away. I don't really know what to do with it. And that's where Flat Stanley, Flat Rhett was born. So kind of morphing from that, Flat Rhett's had a few different versions. We've had a St. Patrick's Day version, and I had one that was the Flamingos was kind of our last little thing. We do a quarterly promotional thing with our sales team retro group. I had a Flamingo one that was going to set to go out for lab coats out in San Diego this year, and the airline lost him. So didn't show up, and he was missing in action until now. And if you guys can kind of tell, the one behind me is Tan Santa, is what Karen and Sarah have kind of nicknamed it. But this is going to be incorporated as like the Santa Claus in our video that we're going to have at the very end of this that James is working on for us, kind of the recap of all that's happened through the Cell on the Shelf project. And that's who I have to answer to for going to jail, basically.
That's right.
Oh my God, this is gonna be great. So
This is the first time we've actually brought him out on camera. No one's seen this. He's been MIA since lab coat. It's June, I guess. So now he's coming back around. So Flat Rett has an Instagram, and he'll start getting active again. He's been kind of out missing and stuff.
So where do people go to best follow what you guys have going on?
Sure. So to see what we're doing here, I'll just kind of hold this up so you can kind of see it. It is that showing in a mirror or is it the correct way?
No, it's the correct way.
C21 Retro Group. Retro has 2 T's, and then Flat Rett's on there too, and then Retro Group also for Instagram, C21 Retro Group. So that's the best place to find us, and you can find James too, James Schiller Productions, SP Mode, where else we're doing our video, and then James and I have a little project we're working on too to kind of help people that are entrepreneurs, business owners, not just real estate or around our industry, but that's going to have a heavy field there because that's what we do. With this concept called random to real estate. They'll take the random things you're doing and move those back into real estate. So we have an open group that you can join. We're basically kind of collaborating there, and it's really just kind of taking that concept of what are you doing on a regular basis that's fun, interesting, different, and how do you turn that into real estate? And real estate could be associated with random to mortgage broker business, random to whatever. So that's kind of what we're working with, and we're using it from like specific examples of things that we do on a regular basis. There's so much content that James and I just have a workflow together that he's like, hey man, let's record this right here. Or, hey, I want you to, let's talk about that. And we didn't have a place to put all this stuff. These are really good things that people can use. So like, this is our collaboration we're going with on it. We're going to be giving some more of the t-shirts away. I think I sent you guys one recently, and we're just having fun with that. So it's we don't know what the ideal long-term plan of this will end up being, but for right now, it's truly just a place of giving back and letting people know a different way of going about getting into video, which is a lot of what we guys talk about.
The way I would describe that group is it's your way of branding yourself without stuffing real estate down the consumer's throat. So it says random to real estate, but the content is not real estate other than you guys. And I think that's where it's really smart. And anybody out there, we've talked about Facebook groups a million times. You all should have these kind of groups because that's what your audience is attracted to. They're not attracted to you talking about real estate. I mean, we've all watched Noelle's videos. It's not because she's talking about real estate stats. It's because she's climbing out of bathtubs.
Yeah.
Exactly. The thing I tell people too is like, look, there's not that many really, really real original ideas. I mean, we didn't come up and invent Elf on the Shelf. We're just trying to take our own spin on it. And I hope that someone takes what we did next year and does it even better and does their own spin with it. So I would say use the concept of R&D, rip off, duplicate, take it better, do your own version of that, be you, and especially we're all in different markets. I mean,
yes,
she did the exact same thing in Minnesota. People might say, oh, that was funny, I remember seeing it before, but they're not going to know really anything different, especially from the consumer side of it. So, have fun with it. Find something that works and make it work for you.
100%. We did a video this year and we ripped off, it was the Jimmy Kimmel idea, the Jimmy Kimmel Elf idea where they interview kids. And we knew it would be a hit because we had kids and we knew they would say stuff we had no idea what they would say. And it was a hit. Everybody should do something like that because you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Noelle, what do you have planned for this holiday season?
Well, this year we actually, one of our agents actually sold a Santa's house.
I saw that.
Yeah. And so we just put that video out earlier this week. I shared it on my page today. And that was it was just kind of a fun little testimonial video that we did. And, we've kind of had a lot going on around here. I don't know if more videos will be coming out soon or not. I may have been whipping snowballs at Chuck yesterday.
Yes.
It may or may not have happened. So stay tuned.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And we just came up with an idea today where we're going to have a eggnog chugging contest of sorts. So that's going to be fun and also dangerous. After you said the syrup thing, it got me thinking.
Don't do it. Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
Yeah, well, again, you've got to, like you said it best, nothing's original anymore, and don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. We all have different SOIs. So I could literally do the Elf on the Shelf in my market, Noelle couldn't hurt, like you said, and I bet you no one from my audience saw you guys because they're not following someone in Carrollton, Georgia.
Exactly.
And,
yeah.
And even if they were, all it's going to do is put more validation on what you're doing. You just have to do a better job.
That's right. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, as I tell
I
Noelle all the
It
time.
is. Yeah.
Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hopefully everybody took something from this and came up with some ideas. You know, Noelle and I are always trying to just bring on guests that can bring value to you guys, give you guys ideas. I'm telling you right now, and Noelle can vouch for this, you should be following these guys. They do some amazingly creative stuff. They have awesome ideas, not just during the holiday season. I love these guys, and I now have Carrollton, Georgia as like a destination vacation just to come hang out with those guys.
Well, Noelle hasn't made it yet. She travels everywhere, so we're going to bring her to Georgia.
Right. That's right.
That's
Awesome.
right.
Well, Noelle, anything to add?
Well, one unrelated note, congrats on your Bomb Bomb Award video influence.
Yes. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? You're on the list too, so let's not leave you out.
Congrats to you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's
Yes.
validating. It's fun. And I can't wait for Rehumanize. I can tell you that. That's going to be fun. Rhett, you need to come to that.
Definitely, it's on my radar. What month is that event?
It was May last year, but I'm hearing that it's going to be in the fall of next year. I hear it's going to be
Okay.
September or October of next year. So
It's on my radar for sure.
yeah, good stuff, man. Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you being on
Yes.
today. And Noelle, it was always wonderful to see you. We need to do this a little bit more often, I think.
I know, back on the regular.
Well, and if you hadn't noticed yet, we don't really have a regular time anymore, and that probably will continue. So just keep an eye out for the text. And you know what? You don't have to watch us live. You can watch us. You can watch the recording.
Yep, watch the replay.
Exactly.
Most
Awesome.
of the time, you get a chance to watch this during the replay because a lot of times the schedule you guys originally had was like, that was the time frame where I was like getting kids tucked into bed. So it wasn't a good time.
Yeah.
I'd go back and watch it later, or I'd watch it first thing the next morning. So it actually worked out really good to watch the replay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
I
fellas.
agree.
You guys are awesome, man. Keep doing amazing things, and we appreciate your friendship and just getting to follow you guys. So
Hey, thanks a lot for having us on the show.
Sure. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye, guys.
Y'all take care. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Same to you.
All right now.